Hi guys, welcome. And I know we are starting a little bit later than originally planned, but we are here and everything is good and we are going to start this page. Right now I'm kind of in the middle of deciding what colors. I'm going to start with the flames and that might be all I'm going to do today. I don't think this will be a super long stream, but I did want to actually get started on this page. And so I'm just using some of my generic water-based markers as a base, and I might pull out the colored pencils today too. I don't know how far I'm going to go with this, but these are the colors that I've kind of pulled out for what I want to start doing with the flame. And so I have the Zig Pale Yellow, and then I need the Crayola, which is the Star Bright, which is this one. And then I need the Brushables Apricot, which is this one. Okay, I think this side of the marker is what I want to use because I want that lighter orange. And then I think the one side of this is going to be too neon. It's this yellow side. Maybe. I need to swatch that real quick just to make sure. So let me get a swatch sheet. Okay. Oh, that's too light. Maybe I do want the neon side. See, that's neon. How is this the right one? Does the other one? Because I've got two of these, and maybe I don't like either of those. And this is why we swatch before we use. I'm not sure why it's so light there, but it's like neon here. Let's see, I've also got this brushable, it's the butter color. No, see that's, I don't think it's gonna do us any good either. Okay, so I'll just use those two colors, I think. Okay, I'm gonna swatch these just to double check. No, see, I think what's happening is some of these markers have just been sitting so long without me actually using them that the ink has kind of pulled on me. I could probably do something with that side. It was not the original side I was gonna use. Oh, but that's good. Okay. So at least the Zig Pale is good. Let me see if I have a backup color for the apricot in case life goes sideways. I don't. I do have. That's the bird. I do also have a Zig apricot. Let me see if I like that a little better. See, that's dark too though. I think I'm gonna attempt to make this work. I'm gonna put this Star Bright back. I might have to re-swatch that. But here we are. Hello, friend. Welcome. Okay. I'm going to use these two. I'm going to zoom in for you. Okay. This is just going to be the base layer, which is why I was mentioning earlier. Possibly doing a layer of colored pencils today too. This is kind of just to get things started. Think. Don't want to get too crazy because I don't want to run the marker through the other side. So let me do a quick check. Okay, we're getting a little close on. Not ghosting too bad though. Okay. Think. So these are the colored pencils I want to use. I for sure want to use the Desert Yellow too. And to do Maybe this apricot. Hello, friend. Do you have a set of the Ohuhus? I'm trying to, probably should have pressed this book flat before I started. Maybe I can get these to sit over here. Oh, this is the rescheduled part of this stream. I rescheduled from earlier. I need to probably delete that message because I couldn't start at my normal time this morning. Everyone's fine. We're all good. We just had one of those moments today. Okay. Got the white. What did I say? The yellow and the apricot. Okay, I need to sharpen all of these. I prefer the oil-based colored pencils. I just like how they go down a little better. Before I get too far with any of this, let's see. I have this, it's a Sharpie acrylic. And I want to see if I can fade out these lines. Sorry, I'm going to go quiet for just a second as I attempt to trace these lines. In theory, any kind of acrylic white should work. I'm kind of just doing a first pass. I might end up doing more later, but we'll see. My lines are so shaky right now. Okay, I'll give that a second to dry. It should be at the end of the box. Hopefully you haven't misplaced it. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the apricot. Hello, gillyweed. Do you want to be put to your bed? Okay. Come on. You got it. Gillyweed has a order of operations when he comes downstairs and he hangs out with me in my office. He's got a little dog bed right next to my drafting table, and he has to be buried. Okay, so I'm going to start with the apricot. And I am coloring a little bit outside of the lines that I just covered up, because I'm trying to sort of like emulate a glow. Okay. I'm now using number 2, which is a desert yellow. And I'll just do a touch of that white in that middle there. Maybe on some of those ends. come back with that Sharpie acrylic. Might see if I can change the settings on the webcam a little bit so you can see a little better what's going on. I'm using such light colors. I'm sure the contrast isn't picking up well on the camera, especially as I slowly make the lines disappear. Once again, I'm going to start over here with another kind of layer of colored pencils so that this side over here can dry. And I'm going to start with the apricot again. And I'm going to jump to the white. And then I'm going to come back with the desert yellow. I'm just going to knock the color cards down. Try something. Don't know if it's gonna work the way I think it is. But I'm gonna bring back this Zig Pale Yellow. Just trying to make those lines feel like they're more part of the flame. Because like I said, these are more of the student level or the generic level of watercolor markers. I'm more comfortable kind of experimenting with layering. But I will say these Zig Art and Graphic markers are some of my favorite water-based. I don't think I'll repurchase a lot of the water-based ones that I have, but the Zig, I think I for sure will. Just kind of smudge around. I'm gonna grab just kind of want to soften some of these lines. I promise as we get more of the image done, this will definitely start to feel a little more cohesive. It's always as you get that first element down that things are like, what? Are you sure that's how, what? Oh, okay. Hello, welcome friend. I'm glad you stopped in even if you're just stopping in for a little while. I'm wondering if while I'm here, should I just get that like wick colored in? Because I think I'm just like a black. Just something nice and simple because I mean there's not a lot to it. And it's already sharpened. Will say I am so used to using the polychromos and the Holbein, and I can get so many layers down with those. But sometimes I overshoot a little bit. Oh, where did I put that eraser? I agree. You can never be subscribed to too many people, especially art channels. You always get some super nice inspiration from other people. To smooth some of this out a little bit. Wonder if I should get some of the Vaseline out to smooth that a little better. What I could also do is just something a little crazy, which I think I might actually do, is get that marker back out. Because we did it with the pale yellow. I wonder if we do it with the apricot. Today is a messy art day. This is the white. I should get the card out. Am I gonna spend an hour on just the flames? Oh, probably. Sometimes it just feels right. I sat down, I'm like, I'll just do a short stream, maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I'm what, 10 minutes from an hour? Every single time. It's like I get into the middle of like an element and it's like I can't stop mid-element. It just doesn't feel natural. So I added a little bit of that black to that base there, kind of like got some of the ash from the wick burning in there. At least that's kind of my thought process. Got this smudge that's driving me nuts. Yeah, I don't mind that. Okay. I do think I should probably stop fidgeting with it. And see how it starts to pull in to the rest of the piece. And yeah, I completely agree. I'm one of those people. I get hyper fixated on one element and I want to get that element exactly perfect before I move on to anything else. Otherwise, I'll just be unhappy with the whole piece. Which I think is why it takes me so long to do these kind of pages. So, I'm glad I'm not the only one out there that tends to get so like detailed, hyper focused. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna zoom out real quick. Should get more of a top view. And then I'll get all of this stuff out of the way so you can get an uncluttered view. Now my idea for this piece as a whole is I want to keep some of like those muted, almost pastel-y tones. So I think I'm gonna do like candles and some of those like tans and creams and other pieces like that. And then I might pull in some like soft rosy pinks and some like sage green maybe. I know this is more of like a desert type setting. But I might just do like little hints of those throughout the piece just to give it a little more depth and so it's just not all tan, if you know what I mean. Okay, so that's what we used today. I will continue on in this piece next weekend. Hopefully at my normal time, and then we can possibly do our normal 1.5 to 2 hours stream. And like I said, I'm thinking about starting on the candle, but I might do the foreground. I don't know yet. Still deciding. But I am going to continue throughout the week doing my other piece. And that would be, if I can find it, the only one I have colored in here. How is it so hard to find? Ah, there it is. Is this little mouse piece. I'm gonna probably do a stream on Tuesday, but in the afternoon. I don't know if I'm gonna do a Thursday stream yet or not, but I think probably a Tuesday afternoon stream where I'm going to continue on coloring those leaves. So if you want to join me for that, feel free to join me then. For both of these streams, I will set up notifications so you can get reminders of when I will be going live. So if you aren't subscribed, feel free to subscribe so you can get the notification, so you can set the notification that I'm going live. If that makes any kind of sense. Otherwise, I of course will be posting all over my socials that I'm going live, so you can follow me over there as well, whatever you prefer. But I am super glad to see you guys here with me today, even though we had to move things around a bit, and we got some new faces in the chat, which is super, super exciting. I do hope I will see all of you guys again next time, and I heart your beautiful faces. Bye.